Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about sets, filter, and map. We will understand when set will be used and when filter can be used and a map, and also we'll understand that how these things will work in the Python. In the beginning, we have seen at high level what is set. So let's elaborate and understand some more concepts about a set. So here I am just declaring this set, right? So I'm assigning this set to ix. Now x will become a set. So this is an empty set as of now. So let's see that what and all we can do with the sets, right? So set is basically unordered collection of unique elements which can be constructed using the set function, right? So let's assign this set to x and check what is this type of this data, right? So let's execute, and type is basically set, right? So now what I will do, so I can add a data to a set. So I have to select the set and I will say dot add method. It's a method available, and number one, I'm adding it, and I'm trying to check, and it is a 1. Now, will I be able to add one more number? Yes, you can go ahead and add another number. I will be adding that, and if I check, now you see 1 and old value and the new value. But will I be able to add the same number again? Let's check that one. I'm going to add, and it is not going to show me the 2 ones, right? It will show 1 and 2, but we try to add one more, number 1, but it is not showing. It means that set is going to store only the unique values. If there are any duplicates, it is going to eliminate, or it is going to avoid that duplicate data storing in the set. That is the specialty about a set, right? Let's see some more data, and this time with a text. So a simple set, and yes is having an empty set. Now I have a string here, right? I have a string with some names, and I'm going to create that. So stng is having all this data in the form of list. I can call this guy inside the set and create a data here. So now you can see that there are a couple of duplicates like Yesh and Puneet, but we have eliminated duplicates here. We kept only unique values. And at the same time, it is going to give in the ordered way. It's in the ascending order. All right. So that is how it is going to work. It will ascend, it will give in the ordered way after eliminating the duplicates. Let's see with some numbers. So some duplicate numbers are there, and it is a list. I execute and call that list inside the set. I print that, you will see everything is in order. That is basically a set. All right. Now let's look into map. Map is a function that takes 2 arguments, right? So 2 arguments, one is a function and another one is a sequence, right? Functions define functions. You can find the functions and other things, sequence of data and a list. So in another video, but when it comes to a map, we are going to give 2 arguments, function and sequence, right? So functions will have some logic, some operation, and for that operation, we are going to pass the data. All right, let's see that. So here I have a function called Fahrenheit and 1 argument, and I have some calculation. So this calculation is basically to convert Celsius degree into a Fahrenheit. So the T argument will be passed over here, and we have remaining some numbers. Similarly, I have one more function, and here also t is argument, and this is the formula to convert Celsius into Fahrenheit. Right? So here I have a sequence of data, list of a data here, right? So in the temperature, let's execute. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this map and pass this data. So I am going to use the map. As I said, it is going to take two arguments. One is a function, Fahrenheit is a function, the same thing I'm using, and another data is a sequence of data. So that is basically a temperature, right? So I'm applying the map, and finally the result will be in the form of a list. So what this map does, it will call this function and it will pass this data, right? So in this function, you pass this data. So first 0 will be passed and 0 will be passed here again, and we'll do calculation and we'll give the data, right? One data. Then again the next data will be passed, and the next data, then next data. So that is how this map works, right? Finally, the data will be in the form of a list. Let's execute. Let me clear this. And you can see that, right? Each and every data inside the temperature was passed into this function, and this formula being applied on that particular number, and the result are like this, right? So 0 respective Fahrenheit is 32, 22.5 is the temperature, and it is converted into Fahrenheit. Same thing goes for other two guys. And if I want to convert back to Celsius, so what I need to do, I just need to use a map, call the function, and this time I'm going to pass f underscore temperature, which I have received. I'm converting Fahrenheit into centigrade or Celsius here. So if I execute, this is what it converts. As you can see, this number and these numbers are exactly same. All right. So like that, you can have any type of operation here, doesn't matter. You just need to make sure that when you are using a map, you have to have a function and the data. All right. Now let's see with the lambda here. So same thing, I'm using a lambda function. So this entire thing will be considered as a function, and this will be considered as a temperature. In this case, Fahrenheit. All right. Just that I have used the same formula here over here, and I'm using a lambda function. When I execute, you will see same set of data you'll be able to see here. All right. So that is what the map, it takes a function and the data. It works like a data will be call the function, and when you call the function, you need to pass the data, and the data also I'm directly giving. All right. This is another way of calling a function and passing the data in a single instance, in a single shot. All right. Let's move on to the filter. So filter is almost same as a map in terms of arguments. This will also take a function and list, right? And we'll see how it is going to work. So here it is going to, I'm going to define a function here, right? Then I have argument. Here I'm having some kind of a condition. If number num modulus 2, if it is equal to 0, then return true. That is a function I'm having. Then I'm going to create a range of data here because it needs a list, right? I have just defined the function, this guy. I need a list. So for that, what I'm doing, I'm just creating a range here function that will generate a list of data, right? So if you are not aware of a range function, you can watch other videos where range function is covered, and you can come back and understand this. All right. So range is going to give me 0 to 19. 20 is excluded here, and that data I'm passing here. Right. So even check is my function, and this is a list. This guy is coming from here, and I'm applying a filter. All right. So finally, I'm converting into a list. So execute. So you can see that. So whichever is giving 0 here. So based on this condition, all the numbers are returned. If I give some other numbers, 40, accordingly, this will be filtered. The even numbers are filtered here. Right? So I can apply a lambda function also, not only the normal function, the same formula I'm using and same list I'm using. This is also going to give me the same set of a result. All right. So that is what the filter does. As the name says, it filters based on the condition. All right. Yes, that's all in this video. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you all in the next video. Keep learning. Thank you.